Hello everyone! Hello! Cesare here with Wolfenstein, the Old Blood. We finished the New Order a little bit ago, and now it is time to start the Old Blood. This isn't a very long game. It's like a little mini intermission game between the first game, the New Order, and the second game, the New Colossus. It shouldn't take that long to finish, I don't think. So let's jump right in there and experience this now. I'm not the best at first-person shooters, so it could take a little longer for me than your average person. I'll write this. I don't think I'm good enough for that. Play it on, bring them on, because that. Yeah, I'm just the average gamer.
This war is a disease. Passed through blood spilled by warriors. I feel the winds from the gathering storm.
Im Hauptquartier des Führers sprach der Oberkommandierende des Heeres am 15. März 1946 über die jüngsten Erfolge der deutschen Armee. Voller Zuversicht, dass der Endzieg in nur wenigen Jahren zu erreichen sei, sprach er dem großen Fortschritt der deutschen Waffentechnologie unter der Führung von General Wilhelm Strasse einen großen Anteil an.
I hope you don't mind the weight of the world on your shoulders, Agent Blaskowicz.
I've got pretty solid shoulders, Agent 1.
Well, we're losing the bloody war.
Nobody told me.
HQ's put a tight lid on it. General Deathshead is manufacturing unstoppable killing machines in a secret compound. One of his lieutenants, Helga von Schabs, is keeping the folder mentioned in your mission briefing at her base of operations, Castle Wolfenstein. This folder contains the location of Deathshead's compound. Could be our last chance, this, before the Nazis wipe out all that's good in the world.
America would never fold.
All right, here's the checkpoint. Remember your cover. Commander Franz, Nazi bastard from the SS in Frankfurt.
Die Papiere bitte.
Hier.
Fahren Sie zum Kontrollpunkt da vorne und zeigen Sie dort Ihre Papiere.
Vielen Dank. Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
You and me, Blaskowicz. We're a good team. We can do this. Okay, look. You're German? Frankly, it's atrocious. So no talking. And keep your gun holstered for as long as you can. The papers Kessler prepared for you are in the glove box. There.
Alright. Look at they got pens.
Okay. Let's go.
His name
Remember,
Helmet?
Stay focused, stay quiet, and follow me, right?
Commandant Franz, aus Frankfurt. Guten Morgen, guten Morgen. Fuck it.
Himmels Willen stramm stehen, Fritz. Der Jäger kommt gleich. Jawohl, der macht Hundefutter aus dir, wenn er dich so sieht. Was soll ich denn dann deiner Mutter erzählen? Entschuldige, Onkel. Nenn mich nicht so. Entschuldigung.
Stop calling me that. So this takes place before the first game then. I don't mind if I take this. Article: The Führer visits Paderborn. Paderborn, 12 January 1946. People were out celebrating the streets of Paderborn in the Bavarian mountains when the Führer came to revisit the town and its famous castle Wolfenstein. On the agenda was a meeting with General William Strass and his Lieutenant Helga von Schabs to discuss the German war efforts and the success of General Strass's research into advanced war technology. This is just the beginning, the Führer said after the meeting. The Allied forces are losing on all fronts. Our bombs are falling over England. The American Navy is fighting a war they cannot win in the Pacific. No one is standing in our way. He also commended Helga von Schabs for her archaeological research illuminating the great history of the King Otto and his legacy to the German people. Alright, wait. So did he go out there and say this on 1946, or are they just public? Oh, it's just is it just an article about when he did it? Because yeah, they that's not clear. No, what?
Zeigen Sie Ihre Papiere.
Hier, bitte sehr.
Alles klar.
Because General Deathhead should already be dead.
Guten Morgen, Herr Jäger.
Was gibt's, Greta?
Die Papiere bitte.
Augenblick, warten Sie. Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein Hotdog.
So ein komischer Kauz. Die spinnen, die Amis. Hotdog. Die werden sich wundern, wenn wir an der Macht sind. Weiter. Greta, bei Fuß.
Okay.
Kommandant Franz, bitte, treten Sie ein.
Hot dog.
Reckon I had to say something.
That was Rudy Jaeger, Helga's second in command. I hear he feeds his dogs with prisoners from the castle's dungeon.
Yeah, when does this take place? Is this like an alternate world? Again? Castle Wolfenstein, assassin executed. Berlin, January 1946. It was the Führer himself who put the noose around the neck of the assassin known as Castle Wolfenstein terrorist when he was executed early Sunday morning. Herr Hitler was in a fine mood after having recovered remarkably well from the cowardly assassination attempt. As he led into the execution chamber, the terrorist soiled himself when he saw our Führer in such good health. Let this be a powerful reminder that all enemies of our great nation will meet at righteous ends, said Herr Hitler after the assassin had stopped twitching where he hung from the rope. When asked about the status of his well-being, he answered with strength and conviction, "It is time to quell the insidious rumors claiming that I was badly hurt by the terrorists and that he managed to escape. They were fabrications manufactured by our enemies. Everyone who is found to repeat these lies will face trial as traitors of the Reich." Alright.
Guten Morgen.
Morgan.
Guten Morgen.
Helga von Schaps. What a nasty piece of work. Handpicked by Death's Head himself as a key member of the SS Paranormal Division. You know, I had the misfortune of encountering her on a mission to Tanganyika. Did I ever tell you about that, Blaskowicz? Was sick with blackwater fever at the time. Possibly the worst day of my life. Not even a heavy diet of whiskey could improve my condition, if you can imagine. Anyway, this castle, Helga owns it. It's her occult research center. Now we need to take down Death's Head or the war will be lost. And Helga is vital in doing this. There's a top secret document folder in Helga's office. It should give us the location of Death's Head's compound. Once we have that, well then, we can launch an assault on his base of operations. Shoot him dead, turn this failure of a war around, and be back just in time for tea.
I don't know when the first game took place. I think it was in the 50s, but it might have been in the 40s. Because
Off you go.
If these articles are
Disable the
taking...
alarm. You head for Helga's research center. We'll stay in touch via radio. Leaving the channel.
Yeah, if these articles are written in 1946, that means the Nazis have already gone past when the war officially ended before. So, okay, I'm not 100% certain. Billy, you should check for me and find out when the first game takes place.
Expedition Wolfburg, hören Sie mich? Kommen. Ich wollte mich nur vergewissern, ob der Laderoboter auch gut angekommen ist.
Gotta keep an eye out for things to read. I like having things to read. So this game's not very long. I looked it up on how long to beat, and most people take about 8 hours to do it. So we could probably do this in about 2 days if I don't suck horribly at it.
Der muss König Otto gehört haben. Wo ist er? In einer der Kisten, die zur Burg gebracht werden sollen.
Hitler had a huge belief in the occult, so it turns out I have a feeling this is going to have a lot to do with King Otto.
Inside the elevator.
Roger that. Guard spotted.
Oh shit, we got a gun. They give me 10 bullets.
There you go now. Sleep tight.
Was?
I don't remember how to play this, so this is going to be exciting. I was like, what the fuck is Mouse 3? Why is there a Skyrim helm here? Note from Research Assistant Lang. 4 January 1945. Helga is in a meeting with the Fuhrer the whole week. Got to shake his hand. Seemed like a very pleasant man, but his hands were clammy and cold. There was a faint, unpleasant odor, too. Helga assigned me to lead the research team while she was preoccupied with our visitor. Discoveries of note: an ancient construction sketch lodged in between two wooden panels. Seemed to have been used during the building of this castle. The castle was commissioned by King Otto to be grandiose, impressive, terrifying to his enemies. Must have been quite the sight back then. A marvelous technological achievement by any standards. What piqued my interest was when I looked at the sketches and saw several spaces I could find no entrance to. Maybe some kind of hidden opening device? We'll report this to Helga immediately when she is not otherwise engaged. Could it be the lost treasures of King Otto? I guess it could be. Yeah, but like I said, this seems to have a lot to do with King Otto. Oh, they just gave me a bunch of weapons right off the bat. Alright. Yeah, we're probably gonna die. For one thing, I don't remember any of the controls here, and they're not teaching me. Well, this is one of the things that, from the first game. Your bones. What? Yeah, by the way, I like to stop and look at everything. Oh, he's giving me all the weapons. I love it. Alright. Where's our keybind? Yeah, okay. We can pipe. Handgun on 3, assault rifle. Oh man. Wouldn't call it. If I hold left alt, I can. Okay. Left. That feels better. Long hello! Got a bunch of bullets here. There we go. Note from Research Assistant Winkler, 28th February 1946. Research Assistant Ernst Ziegler was burned to death today when performing an experiment on object number 12-1 from the Wolfberg dig. A small explosion occurred when Herr Ziegler tried to operate the object. His torso caught fire and the fire spread to his head. We tried to put the fire out, but eventually he succumbed to the flames. I am now forced to write a letter to his wife. Need to come up with a good explanation. Number 12-1 is a very large, crude-looking device which holds a series of optical lenses, an incinerator with traces of magnesium, and other, as of yet unidentified components. We've dated the device to circa 964 AD. It's likely to have been intended as a stationary weapon for larger battles. Uncertain if it ever was deployed in battle or if a version was ever developed which functioned without engulfing its user in flames. I wonder, could this device be what Albert Einstein proposed as a laser in his paper on the quantum theory of radiation? If so, we might be on the verge of the greatest scientific discovery of the decade. Once safety procedures have been improved, the experiments will continue. Really? Nazis never really struck me as people who give a shit about safety procedures. What is the, is there a button for, like, bonuses to your character in this? Okay. There we go. Perks. Silent commander kills. Kill enemies with the last bullet of a clip. Oh, okay. You can carry a heavy machine gun in / weapon with kills from cover. Enables the one grenade, dual wield kill. Value. Increases the Bombenchuss clip by 5. Bombenchuss. Pipe head explosion. Okay. Lonk, how are you doing today? Like I said, we are starting some Wolfenstein today. I'm really excited. We got one takedown here. Okay, so 20, 40, 80. Did not see him there.
Up on the catwalk, BJ. Don't shoot. It's just me.
Can we get there in time?
Take a gander up here.
There we go. We got the health upgrade.
That's where the folder should be.
Okay, Helga. Where do you keep your secrets?
I was really happy with Odin Sphere. I was not happy with
Now, if I was a safe, where would I hide?
the constant reusing of the zones.
I guess I would just be. So, where would I be then?
So I wasn't happy with how often they reused the zones.
Every nook and cranny. We're not leaving here without that folder.
It would have been nice
Lost it.
to have them have a few more unique things per character in each zone.
Ah, I found the safe, but the bloody folder is gone. It's just not there. I saw a radio down there. Use it to contact Kessler. Tell him we can't find the folder. Make it snappy, Blaskowicz. I'll stay on the lookout.
But it is what it is. Folder we want is over here somewhere. Kinda. Ah, over here.
Get on the radio and contact Kessler, Blaskowicz. No time to bloody waste.
Pathfinder calling Landseer. Come in, Landseer. Over.
This is Landseer speaking. Over.
Landseer, we can't find Lucy's present. Over.
Pathfinder, I have new information regarding Lucy's present. Rendezvous with me as soon as you can. We will discuss further. Over.
Roger. Pathfinder out.
Shit! Bloody hell! Hold them off, Blaskowicz! I'll find us an escape route! Remember, nothing good left in the world! Shoot those Nazis, Blaskowicz!
Working on it!
Ow! Holy shit! What the? Where the fuck are those attacks coming from? Holy shit!
Remember, nothing good left in the world! Shoot those Nazis, Blaskowicz!
Working on it! How's that exit coming along, Wesley?
Okay.
What a bloody cock-up, eh, BJ?
And we still have a chance. Kessler knows something.
Well, it's worth bloody note if we don't get out of this place. Look, I found a way out. Come here, I'll help you up. Careful. Careful.
We're meeting Kessler in the village tavern.
There he is.
Roger that.
Anyway, you thought Odin Sphere had a small budget? Yeah, I mean that's possible. Cover. I got 25 of these already.
There we are. Get up here, quick as you can.
before that, let's go around and pick up all the ammo. Alright. Oh man, look at these skulls. I think they actually did find skulls that are like that, right?
Here, use this exit.
Oh, we gotta...
Go, Blaskowicz.
Helga's Diary, entry number 1, 6 January 1945. Long, when does this take place? It's obviously... Like, this is before the Death's Head compound mission at the start of the game, right? The first game, right? Leg has kept me up the last couple nights. Terrible itching. Fortunate side effect, time to think and study. I think I understand more about who my ancestor, King Otto, was. His ambitions and dreams. The righteous fire that burnt within him. Almost, I would dare say, divine in nature. He was destined to be the Holy Roman Emperor. What is my destiny? Or rephrase, can my destiny be controlled? Yesterday, we found King Otto's secret study chamber thanks to my research assistant. Valuable things hidden inside. Research papers, alchemical texts, maps. Reminded, briefly, painfully, of when I found my father hanging from the ceiling in his study at the old estate. How cold its great hall seemed after, as if it died with him. Do not dwell on these things. Concentrate on the research. We'll go for refreshments. Quite the late hour.
Use this exit.
I got Helga's letter. Okay. Wolfenstein, Peterberg. My dear Reinhold, I have a secret to share. A secret concerning ancient kings and arcane knowledge. But first, you know how to write a letter that warms a woman's heart. My dear Reinhold, and thank you so much for the wine. It was delicious. I hope you know how much I enjoyed and value our continued correspondence, even though we are no longer lovers. Perhaps it was for the best. Our separation, because I have witnessed sides of you that I've never seen during any of our years before. Perhaps you were unable to open up your heart to a woman that you are romantically involved with. Anyway, I'm currently drowning in work, and it seems like I will be for most of the year. I feel like an absolute bore. But I must decline your invitation to visit your estate in Florence as soon as my calendar clears up. I will contact you, I promise. About the secret. Big things are afoot here at Castle Wolfenstein. Do you remember I confided in the last letter I sent you about finding King Otto's secret study chamber here in the castle? Well, I found the king's very own diary. I've had it translated, and my God, Reinhold, it's such a fascinating read. I knew a lot about King Otto before, of course, seeing that I am a direct descendant to him, but I did not know that he had such a fervent interest in the occult sciences. Like me, it seems to run in the family. Fascination seems to have developed after the death of his wife, Edgith? It must have been a great loss to him. Of course, these personal details mean little to me, but what intrigued me, dear Reinhold, is what the king wrote about some parchments which came into his possession during an incident in Istanbul. These parchments seem to have been mostly related to advanced alchemical research. Even more fascinating, the king began to create war machines which he used to expand his empire. You can understand this sparked my curiosity. That's why I started to start an investigation into what treasures of his could still be buried in this part of the country. I have recently launched an expedition to the nearby city of Wolfsburg, and I'm currently making preparations to go there myself and oversee the operations. Anyway, hope to see you soon. Love, Helga.
Not much time before the Nazi stampede arrives. No turning back.
Helga's Diary, entry number 2, September. Read so much about Wolfsburg now, I worry my eyes will begin to bleed. This damnable, fascinating city. Something important here, I can feel it. Certainly something important to my ancestor, King Otto. Concluded so far, King Otto found parchments and fragments, the Istanbul encounter. The parchments imparted him powerful knowledge, see notes of Sigvald the Scholar, page 15 to 26. Constructed something in Wolfsburg used in warfare against the Magyars. War machines helped his claim into power and the forming of the Holy Roman Empire. However, what he constructed seems it was most lost in the fire that razed the town to the ground. Most people would probably stop there, but I had this hunger in me to know more. I blame you, Father, for this. I will keep banging my head into this until it either kills me or I break through the other side. Tonight's wine, a refreshing Ringo. Very good, with cheese and sausage.
Now, BJ, keep moving!
It keeps yelling at me. Look at this hat.
Shit.
All right. Bethesda Softworks. That's... Machine games, right? All right. Part 1, Rudy Yager and the Denim Wool. Chapter 1, Prison. Yeah, so I think this takes place right before the first game and leads up into the first game from what I was getting there. Kind of like the Rogue One.
Damn it, Blaskowicz. You done messed up now.
Blaskowicz? Hey, Blaskowicz.
In there.
You awake in there?
Ah, God damn it. Rats.
BJ, answer me.
A moment, dude. I got a letter to read. Alright. Whoever reads this, my name is Lily Cole. I was imprisoned here. Oops. I was imprisoned here by Helga. Please contact my father in Wolfsburg. Name Robert Cole. Works at the library. Tell him Helga is investigating the defiled church. Please, this is very urgent. Tell him I love him.
Yep, I'm here, Wesley.
Good.
I'll get us out of here somehow.
You ever been to Snowdonia, Blaskowicz?
No, never been.
It's a majestic and beautifully desolate place. Rolling hills as far as the eye can see. My father used to take me hiking there sometimes, before the Great War. He was happy back then. He'd pack a basket full of bread and cheddar, bottle of ale for him and a soft drink for me. Even found a fossil there once. Same day I broke my foot slipping on a wet stone. That was the best day of my life. I wish I'd had a chance to go back there. Evening, officer.
Holt ihn raus! Jäger will mit ihm sprechen!
Alright. Well, a moment here.